Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a good start to your afternoon. And thank you all for being here today, hanging out with me, get through this halfway point of the week. Let's start over on D Live. We got Rizzo 321 or 312 rather following the channel. Good to see you, Rizzo. Lino Vincent, Q-Boys, Lucy Anders, Spicy Chemist, Imperial J2. Good to see you guys all hanging out with us today. I see you guys over on Rumble as well. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us if you haven't already done so. I see PNW Sasquatch and Seaside Lady hanging out with Joe Elaine, who's modding all of our chats today. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you for all that you do. Shout out to the Twitter, Cloud Hub, and YouTube Odyssey viewers out there. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Be sure to share those links as well. And of course, in the comfy bunker on pilled.net. Jump in the chat, say hi. Let's see who's all over there today. Floyd, due diligence in there first. Good to see you. Delia back from a long day working at the polling stations. Good to see you, Delia. I hope everything went smoothly. Lightsphere, Lance, great to see you. HL Paco out there as well. Floyd with a Wagyu steak Wednesday cookie. Thank you, Floyd. Packers 412, Lyle, Jenny, great to see you guys. Hope you're having an awesome day. Let's see. Patriot 714, Joe Elaine modding the chat. Appreciate you so much, Joe, as always. There's Jenny, Curious One. Great to see you, Jenny. General Buford, R. Harrell, what's going on, guys? Barb Robbins out there. Good to see you, Barb. Good afternoon, Mr. Gerardo. Cynthia Sheaves Coin, welcome, guys. Snow Bunny 68. Happy hump day to you as well. What's up, Wood Geek? Good to see you. Sig, your Dragon Slayer is out there as well. PNW Sasquatch, double dipping. Love to see it. Christine in Texas. I'll explain later. Eagle Freedom. What's going on? Roy Stones and Bones over on the West Coast. Good to see you, Roy. 2A Freedom Rider repping the 412. Yeah, let's go, buddy. Kim, Iowa. Welcome, Mad Joker. Good to see you. And Kim, Iowa. Did I say hi to Kim, Iowa yet? I don't know. I think I did. I'm losing it. Faithful Mom, welcome. Mix Picks, welcome. Good to see you. Laura Y repping the 412. Good to see you. Country Girl 007, Jenker 2, Tracy PCB. This old man, good to see you. Filter Dog 1 popping in. Good to see you, Filter Dog. Range Pony and Ghost Pepper. Dangleberry, what's up, Dangle? Good to see you. 357. And we've hit the bottom of chat. Kaz 1012, Brian 1871. What's up, guys? Good to see you out there. Is that everybody? Texas grandson checking in over on D Live. Welcome. Yep. Where is everybody today? Well, hit that red pill and repost the show if you haven't done so already. And yeah. What's up, McKinnon 88? Good to see you. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Ran out of names quickly today. Pinata's not even live, so I don't know what gives there. I think it. Oh, excuse me. All right, well, I'm just gonna start the intro a little bit early here today and get this going. This might be a short show. We'll see. Tough life. Good to see you out there. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
y'all for tuning in. Patriots united, doing what we gotta do to win. Be addicted to MS7, now we're moving in. And once we take over, we won't ever move again. Where we go on, we go all. I say it with pride. No, we won't run, we won't fall. We're right by your side. The demons have taken hold, but none of us will abide. Stand strong and stand bold, that's how we'll survive. 412 is the production. Monday through Friday, deplorable discussions. We're making it hard for the deep state to function. Every time they switch up the narrative, we debunk it. Adult Nero is the power that's controlling the flight. With all you patriots behind them, cause we're all in this fight. So many rhyme for so long, but we're giving them sight. Trapped in the world of darkness, but we're bringing them light. You may even find yourself in a different life. A lot of us have, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. Because exactly where you are at this moment in life is where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. It's all by design, the patriots are holding the line. They must have lost theirs, thinking they're controlling our minds. So many trapped in mental prisons don't know they're confined. They're just slaves in the system till the roles are assigned. That's sad, the good news is that we're waking them up. They have monopolies on minds, but we're breaking them up. Everything you thought was news, they were making it up. When we ascend, all the tyrants won't be making the cut. Let them all burn in the hellscape they create. We the people already mapped out our escape. We hold each other by the hand as we all elevate and go to a different place. They can never get chased. When I look into the future, I can see that it's bright. When this history is written, they will see that we're right. We formed our own community and the circle is tight. But I expand the circle with every word that I write. The pen is sharper than the sword when you wield it with might. Why do you think they try to kick us off all the sights? These people hate America, punish us out of spite. We are the beacons of hope in the darkness of night. So let's go, strap in, yeah, get ready for the ride. Watch the water, we're witnessing the turning of the tide. Feel the passion and the fire that you got burning inside. Take the narrative they're feeding you and turn it to the side. We're alerted to the lies, we're preaching with the truth. We know the plan they devised, they're invading the youth. Now we're only advised to start raising our boots. These demons all weaponized. Now we're raising our troops. Now we're raising the roof and sounding the alarm. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn. Life is a game of chess. They want to use you as a pawn. You're only useful until you're not useful. Then you're gone, but not us. We're on the right team where we belong. Everybody is invited, so come follow along. We refuse to say things are right, knowing they're wrong. Adult Nero, take the mic and take flight, cause it's on.
And now, straight from the Steel City, it's your host, 412 Adult Nero.
All right, we are back. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another installment of Deplorable Discussions here on 412 Productions. Right now, I am riding solo. I think TN's trying to get in here. There he comes. So TN will be joining me in just a second, but it's March 20th, 2024. And yeah, here we are. What's up, TN? How you doing, man?
Happy International Day of Happiness.
I'm glad you're happy. I'm having the opposite kind of day today.
Oh,
but
no. I said, I made a post, you happy? I'm happy. Except for the perpetual victim class. They're not happy.
no, well, they're never happy.
Did you see that? I posted a little, the thing that actually Trump posted. It was Jesse Waters, because yesterday's show, or rather Tuesday's show, right? Or Monday's show. We did we talked about the bloodbath and how quickly that died, right?
Yeah.
It was funny because Jesse Waters, Trump posted a clip from Jesse Waters that he almost repeated our show. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
You did see that? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did see that.
That should make you happy.
Yeah. No, I'm just having a bad day, man. I'm having a real
Work
shit.
or personal?
Well, work was pretty awful today.
Oh,
For a few reasons, and then I went to the doctor, and basically, my doctor basically is sidelining me for at least 3 weeks with golf, meaning that my vacation that I've been looking forward to all winter. I just sent my buddy a text that I can't go.
Oh
So
no.
not only am I out a ton of money that I already paid for it that I can't get back, but I'm missing out on the trip and just laid
That's
up there right as the weather's starting to turn around, and I'm just between work and um and that news that my vacation's fucked. I'm in a pretty shit mood right now. So
well, it just gives you an opportunity to make it up the rest of the summer.
I guess so. I don't
When
know.
you come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I've never played as much as I love golf. I've never played outside of the general Pittsburgh
Oh,
area.
right.
This
Yeah.
is like the first time like I was going
Right.
to go somewhere like nice and exotic, so to speak, and play some different courses and I'll just take a week away and oh,
Right.
I was so fucking excited for it, and yeah, that's just officially today is not going to happen. So I'll be here next week, guys. I will be here. So everything I said about Monday being the last show for the month is no longer true. I'll be here. I'll be here all next week, and yeah, I don't know.
See, your loss is their gain.
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. Now you're going to have to save up for that trip to Scotland to play at Trump's golf course.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't
You
you just
wanted a change. That's a change. That
right?
golf course, because if I remember correctly, it's done in the traditional old style Scottish golf courses, which is not at all like American golf courses, right?
Yeah,
Or
that's very
modern, I should say, modern age golf courses more than American.
yeah. Can't you go and just not golf? I mean, I'd largely just be hanging out at a hotel by myself. It's a golf trip. Like they're all gonna be out doing golf stuff all day, every day that they're there. So no, I mean I could go. I could go, but I would just be missing a bunch of shows. I would just be sitting there thinking about missing the broadcast, using PTO at my other job for really no good reason. Not to mention it's a 10-hour drive, so the gas money and the just the resources and time. If I'm not going to play, I'd rather just stick to my normal routine. And since my day job has been incredibly busy and my deadlines are driving me up a wall with that too, there's just no point in putting that extra stress when I can't even do the main purpose of the trip. So yeah, be a caddy and drink. Yeah, no, thank you. Pre-
Yeah, that's an insult. Endure mean insult.
yeah,
You can't play and be a caddy. Now, if you were caddying for one of the pros, it'd be a different story. But
yeah, for them and the 10% of their winnings for sure.
yeah,
Like
exactly,
caddy
exactly.
for them, shine their shoes, whatever the hell they needed. Um, anyway, yeah.
Well,
So
I'm sorry to hear that. I knew
uh,
you were. It was a potential when we talked. Tuesday? But sorry
yeah,
to hear.
yeah, I thought that I'd be able to be fine by then, but yeah, it's just not going to happen. Anyway, I will try to not be miserable the entire show today.
Yeah,
Doing
you just have to get your Bubblinski on.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the hearing. Did you watch it?
I saw part of it. I saw some clips. I didn't watch most of it because I was out and about today. Um, but yeah, he flat out called Raskin and a liar
Yeah,
on
I
the
saw
floor.
that one. That's the only clip I saw.
That
The
was great.
yeah,
Raskin got his little panties in a bunch, or I should
yeah,
say his bandana. Um, and it's funny because wasn't he a chair? He was a chair, wasn't he? Not necessarily of the same committee, but I thought he was the chair even of that committee. Anyways, because he asked if that was if the rules of decorum extended to the witnesses, and Connor said, "No." That was
yeah,
great.
yeah. I thought that was pretty funny too. I did the Gateway Pundit posted that
Oh,
clip.
you
So
did that one. Okay, I didn't see it. I
yeah,
saw
that's the only bit of it I've seen. But
there was
I'm
another guy that was basically saying that Trump was a liar. The guy was sitting next to him, Parnham, and he was saying that Trump was lying, that he worked for Giuliani, and that Trump sent Giuliani looking for dirt, and so that it could spread propaganda and everything. For the few things that he said, I'm thinking, okay, you have no evidence. You're just making a statement. You're not offering any evidence, and it's just so. Immediately, what came to mind was Vidman, right? Jovanovic and Hutchinson.
yeah, right.
I mean, it's like it's a repeat of 2020, man. Of what 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
It's a repeat of that. They got nothing. They got nothing, and they know it, and everybody's seeing it.
Yep.
That's the beauty of it.
It's extremely pathetic. I was watching some of it, and it's like they're just complete reality denial. There's nothing there. There's nothing here. We're wasting time. We're wasting the taxpayers' money. But Lev Parnas, there was a clear change. I don't know how many years ago at this point. It was a little while ago, but he is going full MSNBC, like Michael Cohen levels of flip to try, and I think they get to these people. They get to them or they offer them something, and then they go right along with the party line. The exact same thing that the party wants them to do, the exact same talking points, all in an effort to go get this thing, go get Trump, or try to, I don't know, maybe they did something illegal that they're holding over their head. I have no idea.
You think they got
But
butthurt on something though? He came across like he got butthurt on something.
yeah, I
Who
think
did?
it
Who
was
talking about?
Parnas,
Who?
Lev Parnas.
Oh, sorry. All right, keep going.
Anyways, that was it.
Oh,
His opening statement was his opening statement sounded. I mean, like I said, Vidman, Jovanovic, Hutchison. The only thing he was missing is the ketchup on the wall.
Condiment Gate.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me take care of our sponsor here today, which is Earth Garden Botanicals. Earth Garden Botanicals, earthgardenbotanicals.com. You guys know about this company. You guys know about Jolene. She's an herbalist and a health coach. She makes her wellness products, the CBD oils and CBD products. All the ingredients are locally and organically grown. The CBD oil tastes amazing. Check out all the flavors. Huckleberry. There's orange ginger bergamot, cinnamon bliss, cherry, peppermint, something for everybody there. You have your CBD oil for pets as well. Delta 8 R&R nighttime gummies to help get a good night's sleep. Arnica salve for sore joints and muscles. You can get that with or without CBD infused. Also, you get your fire cider and your elderberry tonic. Fire cider to clear your sinuses, elderberry tonic to boost your immune system. There's a bunch of tea. If you want to check out the teas, if you're a tea drinker, I highly recommend all of them. They're all very good. You have your elderberry tea, golden potion tea, serenity, and the sunshine and pine needle tea, or get the white pine needle extract, which is a concentrated version of the sunshine and pine needle tea. Really good for detoxing the body. And then the critter juice, keep the mosquitoes away. With the critter juice, all natural insect repellent. It smells good, works great, doesn't feel oily and gross on your skin. Promo code 412 gets you 17% off your order. Or sorry, not 17, 10%. Gets you 10% off your order. So go and take advantage of these amazing products over at earthgardenbotanicals.com. Again, promo code 412. All right, those are the sponsors today. And I want to actually say a couple thank yous here to start, because there was some generosity flowing through. Drunk Pinata's internet is down, so I could tell you're coming through mobile there, Drunk Pinata. And then it says, happy birthday, Baron Trump. Thank you, Filter Dog, for the cans. Tough Life hooking us up with the ship. Says, keep up the fight, man. Head up. Thank you for the ship, Tough Life. I really, really appreciate that. Patriot Game. Incorruptible Guardian, thank you guys for the cookies. Filter Dog 1 says tendonitis is why I stopped playing golf. Yeah, tendonitis is no joke. I've got a little tennis elbow myself, to be honest with you. 315 Russ says, I want to wish a happy International Day of Happiness to Joy Reid. Yeah, I don't I don't think that bitch has been happy a day in her life. And Dognuts 10, thank you for the shades. I appreciate that very, very much. Hit that thumbs up button, guys, and please repost the show if you haven't already done so. Hit that red pill and share the links wherever you're watching. All right. I guess let's start with this, since this is good news. Yet another poll shows Donald Trump leading Joe Biden among independent voters by double digits. So Breitbart News reports that Donald Trump takes double-digit lead over Joe Biden among independents. Former President Donald Trump is taking a double-digit lead over President Joe Biden among independents in the latest survey from The Economist / YouGov found. The survey taken March 10th through 12th, 2024, among 1,559 U.S. adult citizens asked respondents who they'd support in a presidential matchup between Trump and Biden in 2020 repeat. Among all respondents, as well as registered voters, Trump leads Biden by 2 points, 44% to Biden's 42% support. Earlier in March, the two are tied at 44% each. Trump predictably has support from a majority of Republicans, 89%, while Biden has a support from the majority of Democrats, also 89%. That naturally puts all eyes on independents who are backing Trump over incumbent in the recent survey. Trump's support from 40% of independents and Biden's support comes in 10 points behind, with 30% support, another 13% support, other 5% are unsure, and 11% say they will not vote. So there you go. Independents disapprove of the way Biden is handling his job by a whopping 63%. So 23 to 63% approved, disapprove on independents. More independents also expect Trump to win the next election. So 45% expect Donald Trump to win the next election, to Biden, 21% of independents. So good news to start off the Wednesday show. Donald Trump still doing very, very well in the polls. So I don't know if you guys have any comment on that, but
yeah, did you see that that Biden came out and it was doing a speech and says, "This is not this election is not a referendum on him. It's between him and Trump."
right.
It's like, well, every election is first of all, every election for president is a referendum on the president. Every election. Yeah. But for him then to turn around, it's between him and Trump. It's like, well, yeah, then that's a referendum between you and Trump.
Yeah. Bubba Linsky is the hearing still going on? Is that where everybody is right now? I'm looking at our numbers across the platforms, and they're
it's still going.
Well, okay. I was saying, like, something's happening right now, because I haven't seen numbers this low in a while, and yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, should we be watching it? How far along is it? I feel like it should be wrapping.
It's got to be pretty much almost over.
Okay.
Because they've been going all day, and they're doing their 5-minute. Usually when they go all day, it's right around, yeah. I mean, they're coming up on 5 o'clock.
The martinis are getting hot.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, we'll just carry on with what we have here, and people will join in when they join in. But yeah, if you guys want to go watch that, no hard feelings. I get it. It's entertaining stuff when you have a combative witness like Tony Bubba-Linsky and the Democrats. I'm sure there's lots of good entertaining sound clips to be had. I'm gonna scour for those later. Maybe bring them on to tomorrow's show or Friday's show. Let's see. Judge grants Trump's request to appeal Fani Willis disqualification decision. So this is big news. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has granted former President Donald Trump's request for a certificate of immediate review, allowing the former president and 7 co-defendants to appeal the judge's order denying the disqualification of Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis. A certificate of immediate review filed on March 20th at the Superior Court of Fulton County, State of Georgia, allows President Trump and 7 co-defendants to seek an appeal from the Georgia Court of Appeals, which has the discretion to accept or decline to hear the case. Quote, Judge McAfee has issued a certificate of immediate review, allowing us to take our motion to disqualify Fannie Willis directly to Georgia Court of Appeals. David Schaefer, former chairman of the Georgia Republican Party and one of the 7 co-defendants, said in a post on X, formerly Twitter, commenting on the judge's decision. Besides Mr. Schaefer, the other co-defendants who can appeal the judge's disqualification ruling are Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, Robert Shealy, Michael Roman, Harrison Floyd, and Kathleen Latham. All of them joined the initial motion to disqualify Ms. Willis and later joined the motion for a certificate of immediate review. The request for immediate review filed on March 18th by Steve Sadow, attorney to President Trump, stems from Judge McAfee's decision to allow Ms. Willis to remain on the high-profile case in which former president is accused of election interference. Blah, blah, blah. Gets into some background there. I don't think that needs any more reading on this one. So it looks like they're gonna push to see or to appeal the decision and see if they can get any justice for Willis in the appellate court. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then there was another related article here. A lawyer who disclosed Fannie Willis relationship reveals new leads. So the lawyer for a Trump co-defendant who filed the motion accusing Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis of engaging in an improper relationship with their former special counsel said that she has new plans to oust her from the Trump case. Ashley Merchant filed a motion to disqualify Ms. Willis in January, kicking off a series of hearings that ultimately led to the ouster of her special counsel, Nathan Wade. Ms. Merchant alleged that Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade engaged in a relationship in which she financially benefited, although the financial allegations were not confirmed. Last week, Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee ruled that Ms. Willis must remove Mr. Wade from her team or she must resign from the case. Mr. Wade later stepped down from his position, while Ms. Willis has signaled she will continue prosecuting the case. During an interview with Fox on Wednesday, Ms. Merchant said that there's a lot of information in the disqualification case that wasn't necessarily relevant to my motion, that I wasn't able to bring into court, but that other agencies are also investigating. When Ms. Willis testified, the lawyer said, what surprised me was that she didn't bring anything to actually back it up. So if someone had accused me of wrongdoing, I'm going to bring my phone, I'm going to bring my text messages, I'm going to bring my bank records. So that surprised me when she didn't bring any actual proof. We were just stuck with her word that she paid back these transactions in cash, she added, referring to details that were presented during the court hearing. I would have brought transaction slips. I would have brought a lot of information if I had planned on taking the stand. Meanwhile, she noted that Georgia state lawmakers are investigating Ms. Willis in regard to the allegations that could take punitive action against the district attorney. Quote, they're actually looking at a couple different things. Ms. Merchant said of a Senate committee that is investigating the claims. They're looking at changing laws. If there's any laws that are in place, they need to amend or change. At one point this month, Ms. Merchant appeared before the hearing and claimed that the White House records she obtained revealed that Ms. Willis had a meeting at the White House with Vice President Kamala Harris months before the district attorney filed charges against President Trump and the others. The nature of this meeting was not clear, and neither the Vice President nor Ms. Willis have commented on the claims. Quote, they can also remove her from office, Ms. Merchant continued to say during Wednesday's interview. Our governor just signed a law that now has oversight over district attorneys, and so they actually can remove her from office. That's a law that's going to affect this summer, so I think we'll be seeing a lot of investigations coming. Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade testified at a hearing last month that they'd engaged in a romantic relationship, but they rejected the idea that she improperly benefited from it, as lawyers for President Trump and some of his co-defendants alleged. The pair also insisted they didn't begin dating until after he became special prosecutor, and the relationship ended in the summer of 2023. They both said that Ms. Willis either paid for things herself or used cash to reimburse him for travel expenses. All right, I don't think that needs to go any further from there. So
the magical cash that nobody saw she had and nobody saw he got.
Yeah.
The other thing is that the one thing that I did not like in that article was the claim that she visited, the way they use the word, right? And they have the visitor's log.
Right.
It's like, that's not a claim.
Yeah, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I'm with you. Um, it's interesting though that she could end up ultimately being removed, regardless of the court or the appellate court's ruling by the Senate committee if they find in their investigation that there's wrongdoing. So, I'm just trying to imagine the MSNBC meltdown of the
Oh,
appellate
it's going to
court.
be Republicans, it's the
Oh,
Republicans
absolutely.
vendetta.
Yeah.
There's no grounds for this. This is just a political thing to save Trump. It's the bloodbath.
These far right MAGA Republicans in the Georgia Senate.
Are they all Christian? Yep. Then it's far right Christian nationalists.
They're only doing it because she's black. She looks like
Exactly.
and because she's female. They can't stand to see a black female in a position of power, TN.
Yeah, absolutely. Nope.
That's
Absolutely. We all, we're all racist, xenophobes, heterosexual, whatever.
yeah. So there you go. Letitia James has a lot of choppy waters still to navigate, by the time this would ever go to trial.
You mean Annie Willis?
Who did I say? Letitia James.
Letitia James. Because I thought you were. I honestly thought you were going to New York.
No,
because it was completely applicable there too. Because they're investigating her finances as well.
Yeah. Fannie Willis is a lot closer to being on the chopping block than Letitia James at this point, but interesting to see how that's developing. So I know, Pinata, you watched almost every minute of those hearings. Do you have any comment on this, where it stands right now? I guess not. Or are you trying to talk? We just can't hear you. I hear something.
He's not muted.
I know. That's why I feel like he's trying to talk and just doesn't have good connection, or something's going on.
He's not lighting up though.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Pinata, jump on in. Yeah, it definitely sounds like he's trying to break through and it's not working. Maybe disconnect and reconnect if you're trying to talk.
There you go. Now he's lighting up. No, he was lighting up.
Yeah, something's going on there.
Yeah, I can hear the little scratchy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, let's go to another. We are going to New York now, so
Mr. Gerardo says, or Gerardo says, she's so strong she can't stop asking for seconds at the buffet table.
That's pretty good. Attorney General asked court not to consider the possibility of $464 million Trump bond. So New York Attorney General Letitia James' office on March 20th asked the appellate division of the New York Supreme Court to throw out several arguments made by former President Donald Trump as he seeks to stay enforcement of more than $350 million in penalties while he appeals. Quote, the court should not consider defendants' new allegations and arguments which contend that a full bond or deposit is a practical impossibility, the letter to the court reads. In order to appeal the $350 million judgment and hold off the Attorney General from seizing assets in the meantime, President Trump would be required to post bond upward of $464 million, requiring what one broker estimated to be $1 billion in cash. Trump attorneys told the court that 4 separate brokers have been in talks with more than 30 surety companies since before the final judgment was handed down. None will issue a $464 million bond. Gary Giulietti, an executive with the largest privately held insurance brokerage firm in the world, submitted a sworn affidavit saying that he'd never seen a bond of this size for a private individual or company, and that surety companies don't fill bonds of this size except for the largest public companies in the world in rare instances. Few companies are federally authorized to issue bonds that large, and most have internal policies limiting single bonds to 100 million. He added, President Trump's attorneys had offered to put up a $100 million bond to stay enforcement during the appeal. A state judge will decide whether this will suffice. The Attorney General's office now argues that the defense should have raised arguments about the difficulty of obtaining a bond before the judgment had been entered. Sure, that makes sense. The claim that Mr. Giulietti's statements are unreliable as he was not an expert witness during the trial. The trial judge had determined Mr. Giuliani to lack credibility because he had an ongoing personal and professional relationship with Donald Trump. Mr. Giuliani is executive at Lockton Companies, which was contracted by the Trump organization and received more than $1 million in commissions in 2022. Attorney Alan Garten also submitted statements about the extent of the defense's efforts to obtain a bond, detailing that only Chubb was willing to consider real estate as collateral, as it's not surety companies' common practice to accept hard assets. The negotiation fell through the past week. The Attorney General argued that Mr. Groton is also unreliable as he had contributed to falsifying the reported size of Mr. Trump's triplex apartment. The state attorneys argue that there is no requirement that President Trump only obtain a single bond, and that they could obtain several to a smaller sum, such as $100 or $2 million apiece. There's nothing, quote, there's nothing unusual about even billion-dollar judgments being fully bonded on appeal, the Attorney General argued, pointing to cases against Apple, Sony, Samsung, Carnegie Mellon, and Oracle.
Oh, you mean the ones that are like hundreds of billions of dollars? Yeah. They had no problem, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you always compare Trump to some of the largest corporations in the world.
It's so absurd. Mr. Giuliani had pointed out that bonds of this size are generally for such large and publicly traded companies, to your point, Pinata. The state attorneys also claim that the sureties not accepting real estate as collateral is hardly impossible as a general matter. Quote, they do not explain why a bank would not accept real property to finance an irrecoverable letter of credit, the letter reads. The state argued that defense supplied no evidence that these sureties will not accept real estate, or precisely why the sureties were unwilling to accept the assets. Mr. Giuliani had generalized in his explanation that sureties generally are not equipped to handle the management or quick sales of real estate should a claim be made on the bond. The state suggested that the court could infer that Trump properties are not nearly as valuable as defendants claim, and that this may be why he can't get a bond. The fault of the defendants for failing to propose a serious alternative to fully secure the judgment. So you can see where that's going there. They want so badly to seize his assets and take a victory lap on him. They want that so badly in New York. It's so disgusting what they're doing.
And the big question for me is, why is it a requirement for him to post that amount of money for an appeal, when the appealing is for that amount of money?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me. He's not a flight risk. I mean, so I've seen some publications saying that, oh, he's not considered a flight risk as Trump. Where the hell in the world can Trump go and not be recognized?
yeah.
And yeah, he's going to leave his multi-billion-dollar buildings in New York and his exorbitantly cost property home in Mar-a-Lago, where the tile at the entrance is worth more than Letitia James is.
Right.
The tile.
It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It really makes no sense whatsoever.
But you got a lot of people out there just chomping at the bit to see Trump being hurt. I mean, exactly. On Twitter, oh God, what a cesspool. But it's like they have there's as long as they don't care. It kind of reminds me of give us Barabbas. It's to that level. I don't care. Just as long as you crucify him, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean there's all these shows. I mean you had like they're just cheering on fascism. Like they say that Donald Trump's some sort of authoritarian existential threat, and they're literally rolling in their fascism.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? What is this? It's when the corporatocracy and the which in this case would just be this deep state element, which is not part of the government. That would be your private interests, I suppose, in lockstep with the government and the judicial.
Yeah, they're doing what Mussolini considered to be fascism, which is the blending of the government and big business, corporatocracy.
And I'm putting the deep state as like, this entity that's private, private entity, essentially business, but a business not necessarily on paper, but of an ideology for them to maintain. So I mean, really, if we want to go for it. I mean, it's isn't who's really guilty of RICO here,
Right.
Right.
Kevin O'Leary went off on CNN over this. I don't know if you guys saw this clip. It's been floating around the internet, but he went back on there. Take a listen.
I don't think this case is about Trump anymore. I think this case is about New York. It's about the American brand. It's about what we promise the world in terms of fairness and justice and investing capital in a country that's built the largest economy on earth. Forfeiture, seizing of assets, is that in our nomenclature in America? Is that what we tell people that want to bring their money here and protect property rights? Forget about Trump. Nothing to do with Trump. You think this is good for business in New York? You think this is good for business in America? To take a law that we used to protect people against buying refrigerators at an overpriced value decades ago and apply it against an individual and then talk about seizing assets like he was in Venezuela or in Cuba? This is a very, very, very bad look for New York. And everybody around the world is watching this. This may be great for the Attorney General, but this is not good for America.
But in terms of the valuation, can you be clear as to why? I mean, why would the properties not be sufficient collateral?
What a great message to send out all around the world. Take a claim where there was no monies lost. There was no fraud here in the context of actually people losing money. Deutsche Bank, who made the loan, was made whole. And let's make a penalty of $500 million against a crime, apparently, where no monies were lost. Great message for New York. Great message for America. Bring your capital because we'll protect your property. I think that was a statement that would be much better made sometime in Venezuela. I'm not kidding. That's a scary, scary message. And by the way, there are no such thing as $500 million bonds. There are no $500 million bonds. Never been done before. Never. This law has never been applied. Forget about Trump. Nothing to do with Trump. Everything to do about America and the New York brand. I love this state. My children live here. A horrible message to everybody around the world watching this. Absolutely horrific.
Well, wait, Kevin, but hold on a second. Kevin,
Trump
what would be
gone one day. This
hold
Attorney General will be gone one day. And this is what you want to tell people around the world.
I have a wonderful voice, and it won't be talked over. Kevin O'Leary, I would like to hear what you have to say, but
America.
What are you doing?
Not America.
But it's not America, but it is.
I have a wonderful voice.
I can't believe she just fucking said that. I have a wonderful voice.
And the twint on the left, our left, on the screen left, give me a break. Give me a break. But he didn't notice how she went to the valuation question, right? And then there was a editing there. So I don't know if he answered it or what, but there was a little editing in that clip. But she went to the valuation, and it was something to what Pinata was saying earlier about the claim that then he's not worth that much. It's not that they wouldn't take that the property wasn't worth that much from the bond perspective. It's that they don't not take real estate as a collateral asset for the bond. I mean, that article you were reading of Epoch Times, there was only one business that is in that business would accept partially real estate as bond, because it has a lot of headache, particularly that level of real estate.
Yeah.
To take real estate as an asset has a whole bunch of issues. I mean, if he takes it as an asset, and tomorrow we have another Fannie Mae Freddie Mac fiasco as we did in 2008, the property's not worth that much, and the bond company's underwater.
Yep.
Give me a break. This has been gamed out, I think, quite a lot. I don't think this is just New York. They're getting we know they're getting help from the White House, but they're getting help from much smarter people.
Yeah, I would agree. Dark Brain says new O'Keefe video just dropped. Is it? I see you say he's going live. He's going live, but then there's a video 41 minutes ago that came out. O'Keefe sits down with Pentagon official Aidan Gray and shows him a Netflix-style episode featuring himself on hidden camera discussing open borders and banning guns, as if in a Black Mirror episode. You guys want to check this out?
Sure.
It's 11 minutes long. I have no idea. But we'll do that. We'll jump into that. We'll watch it. That'll take us up to the halfway point, and then we'll come back and transfer over to pill.net for the second half. Let's see what's up. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. I just saw someone say it in the chat. We love James O'Keefe. We typically cover his work, or a lot of it, here on this show. So let's take a look at this one. What do we got, James?
Yeah, I looked for a show. I want to show you something on the show that premieres in a minute. So yeah, I looked for a show for us to watch here. So you've seen Black Mirror. Have you ever seen Jane is Awful?
No.
You've heard of this guy? What's his name? James O'Keefe or James O'Keefe?
Yeah, I think so.
You've heard of that? I actually found an episode that was based upon something he did in actually the Department of Defense.
Really?
Yeah. Check this.
How do these people not know it's him? He used to not do any of his own undercover stuff because he was too recognizable, and he's
You notice when the guy says he did this one on the Department of Defense, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I swear I saw the leather on that couch go get sucked up.
Let's see what we got.
After we expose Jason Beck, who goes by Aidan Gray, he's the Associate Director of Total Force Requirements and Sourcing Policy, Office of the Secretary of Defense, who talked about open borders.
Why not just have an open border?
And repealing the Second Amendment.
I think we should repeal it and take them all away.
We decided to be creative in how we asked him for comment. I sat down with him and told him there was a new show on Netflix all about this guy named James O'Keefe exposing the Department of Defense. Aidan Gray knew who James O'Keefe was.
He would go undercover and try to trick Democrats into saying stuff.
But the Pentagon official who has a security clearance didn't initially put two and two together that I was James O'Keefe. I told him we're going to watch the new investigation that James O'Keefe did about the Department of Defense together.
I actually found an episode that was based upon something he did in actually the Department of Defense.
Really?
Then my plan was to reveal that I was James O'Keefe.
The person that recorded you is actually James O'Keefe.
Gotcha.
Watch the interaction unfold right after this quick message. Not a week goes by without a news headline about potential medical supply shortages, threats to our infrastructure, or power grid. And you remember, no way will I predictable world its next pandemic. Medical emergency medications and starting to feel medical emergency kit stands ready to treat over 30 common. Now save $45. Get ready to write this down. Get your twc.health/OMG and save $45 per kit today when you use code OMG.
So there's this show that's based upon like what he does, and I thought you'd find it very interesting given who you are. So I just want to show a few minutes of it and get your thoughts. And it's based upon this guy, James O'Keefe.
Yeah.
And I think the organization was Project Veritas.
Oh, Project Veritas.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a terrible person.
He's a terrible person. It's horrible.
Yeah.
He like sets people up and they like confess all these things that they're doing and stuff like that. I think he founded a new organization. It's called like O'Keefe Media or something like that. I actually found an episode that was based upon something he did in actually the Department of Defense.
Really?
Yeah. Check this out. It's called Inside the Pentagon, and you're in the episode, and you're caught on tape as part of this undercover investigation, and the person that recorded you is actually James O'Keefe.
Gotcha.
I'd like to do some work on the state's monopoly on violence. The state's monopoly on violence. Monopoly? What is it? It's the idea that the state, meaning the country.
So is your name really Aiden? And you really want to ban the Senate and confiscate all guns from everybody?
Repealing the Second Amendment for sure. Abolishing the Senate. Gosh, there's so many things that you could do.
Yeah. And there you have this guy inside the Department of Defense walking away down the stairs. He's walking pretty fast, actually. Come on, guys. There he is. He's walking away. Let's go get his comment real quick. So, Aiden, what's your real name? It's Jason, is that your name? Aiden, is your name Jason? Aiden? Is your name Jason? Walking down the street in Washington, D.C. Aiden, is your real name Jason? Is it Jason Beck or Aiden Gray?
After we published our story, an insider within the Department of Defense provided a screenshot of the repository host of all military and civilian workforce. The insider told us that you can change your name within the system, called DEERS, Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System. You can change your name to whatever you want. So Aiden Gray appears to be the name Jason Beck changed his name to when he transitioned.
So I had bottom surgery. The plumbing's different.
Insiders
Transition?
within the Pentagon told us this poses a security risk because people can change their identity to whatever they want. The insider joins us on our weekly show Wednesday on The Inside at 5 o'clock.
What do you think that the Secretary of Defense is going to say about all the things that you disclosed? You don't have any comments? You've been making a lot of comments to me. And I have a question for you. You got a security clearance inside the Pentagon, inside the Department of Defense. What type of people are working in the Pentagon when you have 3 meetings with James O'Keefe and you know who James O'Keefe is? What type of security operation are they running in the Department of Defense? Jason? Who is Aiden Gray? Is that your nom de plume? Is that your pseudonym? Why are you laughing?
I don't have any more comments.
Okay, well, I just want to know why you lied about your name. Your name is not Jason? Well, we're here with Jason Beck, aka Aiden Gray, who's saying that he has no more comments on the streets of Washington, D.C. It's part of an undercover investigation exposing the Pentagon, the Department of Defense. You also said that you wanted to confiscate all guns, ban them all, repeal the Second Amendment. Those are pretty crazy views for someone that works inside the Department of Defense. Pretty radical, I would say.
The insider also provided a screenshot, a survey that comes from within DEOCS, the Defense Organizational Climate Survey. It's a culture survey done every year, and the insider tells us all employees had to enter their unique ID to access the survey. While there isn't proof that it's being used to track pro-Second Amendment employees, it sure looks that way and is alerting many of the people that work for the Department of Defense. Well, quiet, unable to make a comment, rendered completely mute after talking to us nonstop for hours about his political views. Also wants to have an open border at the Department of Defense. Pretty outside the views of mainstream Americans, but very revealing, very enlightening here in Washington, D.C. We're going to let him walk away. There he is. Get a good view of him. Just completely shocked. I was sitting on the couch, and he said, I've heard of James O'Keefe. I've heard of Project Veritas. We showed the episode, and he was shell-shocked, and you guys came out. Unbelievable. Because we're doing investigations into the White House, the IRS, and now the Secretary of Defense, Pentagon personnel, I'm personally very concerned about how every move and communication of my journalism team is being tracked by our phones. The people who support us, millions of you, are rightfully concerned and worried about being tracked and having your private information compromised. One of the things I know for sure is that with the smartphone you are likely using, you are being listened to and tracked 24/7. They can see our texts, they can see our emails, they know where we go, who we call, which apps we use, and what we buy and what we browse. And by having an ad ID running on your phone, the apps you're using are constantly gathering and storing your personal information and using it to monitor you and to monetize our data. We thought our phone is the product, but the reality is the product is us, and our personal information is the product. And by the way, even when we think our phone is off, it's still listening. I'm excited to announce that the days of our phones harvesting our personal private information for the benefit of big tech and big government ends right now. Because of a new smartphone developed by Eric Prince, the phone is called Unplugged. Unplugged is built with a totally independent operating system that is absolutely secure. No tracking us in apps, every call.
All right. Interesting stuff there. I always love the reveal videos when you get to see that oh shit moment from the target. And
now I totally understand the Daily Planet.
The Daily Planet?
Yep.
What's that?
Completely understand how it was that Clark Kent was not recognized as Superman for all those years. He had glasses on.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Absolutely incredible. So James O'Keefe is live right now with another follow-up on this. So I don't know if we want to peer in on that and watch it or move on to other things. If you're in the pilled chat, you guys let me know. If you guys want me to broadcast James O'Keefe, we can start it from where he's starting. I don't know what he's unveiling, but he's live right now with the new video, so we could watch that, or we can keep going into the other stories and just kind of do our own thing. You guys decide out there in the live chat what you'd rather do. If you want to watch James O'Keefe, or I've got some articles we can get into in the second half. Make your vote in the Pilled chat now. We're going to go ahead and move exclusively to pilled.net here in the second half, or for the second half. So I'm going to play a little video. If you guys want to jump over from Rumble or any other platforms, go over to pilled.net. Find us, 412 Productions. If you're on Rumble, just check the description or the live chat. You'll see the link there, because I just put it in both places. And I've got a link in the DLive chat as well. So yeah, like I said, go ahead and take your vote. It looks like it's on a whole new it's like on a whole new thing. So I don't know. I have no idea what the new O'Keefe thing is. But he is live right now. I have the link.
You know that survey that he was showing?
Yeah.
that I think it's not about as much as I think it's spying on the people at the DoD, because it's so interesting that and I don't know the timing of it, but the Biden comes out and is promoting a bill for that has penalties and incarceration and so forth if you don't store your firearm per the requirements of the government. And that's what that question was. Because the whole push is to have the ammo and have the gun under lock and key and, safe, that kind of crap, which, I can understand, not the requirement by government. I can understand being safe and safely storing the firearm if have children or things like that at your house, right?
Yeah.
Like when I have visitors that have children, I put away all my firearms. But when I'm here at home, no way, man. They have to be within arm's reach, otherwise they're useless.
Yeah.
You're not going to go run to your safe and unlock it and then go find the ammo and try to load the firearm while this guy's beating you up. It's like stupid.
Honey, can you keep the home invader busy while I get the firearm from the safe?
Exactly. Make him a sandwich or something.
Right? I get the firearm from the safe, and I keep the magazines in a separate box underneath the bed because we want to keep them in a safe distance from each other. But yeah, just go keep him busy while I get ready to defend myself.
Yeah, we're having this home invasion. Exactly. But that's what they're pushing for. And so I found that when he was showing that one question, it's kind of like, I think it's an aspect of preemptive threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people and their employment, because they hear that there's this push from Biden, right? Yeah. So it's just I found that pretty interesting in the video.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna play this video. We'll come back on the other side and figure out what we're gonna do. But yeah, jump over to pilled.net. That is where the second half is going to be. So we'll be right back.
Pilled.net is proud to host 412 Productions exclusively on the true home of free speech. To continue watching the show, we are here to help you over to Pilled. If you're new to the platform, just click on the welcome link provided. It will then automatically walk you through signing up for your free account. If you already have a Pilled.net account, follow the link provided directing you straight to 412 Productions channel. We are excited to have you join the Pilled family, and if you have any questions at all, please email support@pilled.net. Enjoy the rest of 412 Productions on Pilled.net. Free speech lives here.
All right, we are back, and appreciate all of you guys who jumped over and are continuing to hang out with us over on Pilled.net. If you're not jumping over, no hard feelings. We will be back tomorrow, or I will anyway, with Zach and Frank and Zach for taking it back. Syndicated on Badlands Media, and then Friday we'll wrap up the week with the OG crew, going into the weekend. So yeah, hop on over to pilled.net. One last chance. The link is in the video description underneath Rumble. I put it in the live chat as well. It's in the live and Rumble chat, or just go to pilled.net in your browser. Find the black and gold thumbnail either above on top of the screen on mobile or to the left on desktop, and come on over and say hi. Otherwise, this is where we say goodbye. So if you're not popping over, have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.